Tonight's racing show is sponsored by Chad Rat Construction, Penny Microsprint, and Cage Kart Wings, Dirt Track Race Cars and Company, DirtTrackRacers.com, and Brody Manning Motorsports. Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to crank those engines up. Tonight on the Josh Nolan and Oliver S. Full Throttle Racing Show, #1 on YouTube, we have racing sensation and racing superstar Adriel Vargas. Welcome to the show, Adriel.
Hi, I'm so happy to be here. It's first
Oh,
time being here.
very cool. Very cool. So, Adriel, how did you end up becoming a part of this awesome sport?
Um, well,
How did you start racing?
how I started racing. Well, one time, we went to the RMQMA racetrack and my friends like asked me a question, do you want to start racing these cars? And I said, sure.
Put you in an arrive and
Okay.
And so I went into an arrive and drive and I
jump
actually
car.
jumped in the car and I actually liked it. It was pretty fun.
Very, very cool. Oliver, do you have any questions for him? I'll let you kick off a couple. How's that?
Alrighty, I do. So what is your racing number and how'd you guys kind of go along with picking that number?
My race number is 12. My mom thought of like doing the number 12. I didn't it's my mom's favorite number.
So what would you say in the racing community, what would you say is your kind of the racer that you look up to?
My racer that I look up to is Kate Fox because he used to be my friend in quarter midgets a long time ago when he was in quarter midgets.
That's cool. So where do you like when you grow up? What kind of series would you like to run?
What kind of series I would look up to is like NASCAR because I watch a lot of NASCAR.
That's cool. What's your favorite NASCAR driver?
My favorite NASCAR driver is Ryan Blaney because he has the same number as me.
That's the same here. I'm a big Ryan Blaney fan, so that's kind of cool. But yeah, kind of giving the mic to you, Josh. Josh, you got any questions?
Yes, yes. So, Adriel, did you set some goals when you first started racing?
Yeah, some of my goals were like maybe like win for my first time or make some friends at the racetrack.
So, did you achieve any of them goals?
Yes, I achieved some of my goals. I won some races and I found some friends at the
Okay. So, Adriel, what makes you love this sport so much?
The reason why I love this sport so much is because I like the challenges that I take in racing because I love these challenges.
Okay. Does racing ever get stressful for you guys?
Yeah, sometimes because you never know what could happen in those races.
That's true. Oliver, do you have any questions for him now again?
I do. So what are kind of some of your favorite racetracks that you race?
Some of my favorite racetracks. I did go to Indiana once. I think my favorite track is the Indy track.
Very cool. So do you have any kind of dream tracks that like you would like to race when you get older?
I think so. I don't really remember what kind of tracks I would race at in
No
the future.
problem. So like on your kind of timeline, what would you say is kind of that next big step for your racing career?
My big step for my racing career, maybe like
World Formula or Bando?
World Formula or Bando.
Okay. Um, so um um yeah, I guess I'm kind of out of questions for a second here. So Josh, you got anything?
So, yeah, Adriel, what does a good race weekend look like for you?
What a good race weekend looks like for me. It looks pretty cool and fun.
Okay. So what does a day at your race shop look like?
I don't really know.
Me doing all the work. That's what it consists of. Me and mom doing all the work.
So Adriel, how do you describe yourself as a race car driver?
I describe myself as maybe like, um, I don't
Aggressive,
aggressive sometimes,
but in the sense of wanting
but
to.
in the sense of wanting to win.
Okay. What is your most favorite victory then, Adriel?
I don't really know because I really like all of them.
Okay. What happens when you have a bad race weekend, Adriel?
I kind of get upset sometimes. I really like get sometimes like mad or upset.
Okay. So Oliver, you have any questions?
Oh, I do. Um, so what would you like? Is there anything that like you do right before your race that kind of gets you like hyped up or just kind of ready to kind of get in the zone?
I usually sometimes play on my Nintendo like Mario Kart. It helps me like get better at racing because Mario Kart it's like racing and you could just race.
Well, that's definitely the first time I've heard somebody warm up with Mario Kart. Not saying that's a bad thing, but just thought that was kind of unique. But so what would you say that like at the racetrack or at home, do you try to kind of get involved with setting up the cart? I mean, not the cart, the car, or do you just kind of stay as the driver and really nothing else?
Stay as a driver and really nothing else.
He'll be getting more involved this year, that's for sure.
um, but so um when you're at the racetrack, what are some of the kind of things like from the heat to the feature? What are some of the things that like you change as a driver, going throughout the race that you might like you've had?
Um, maybe like sometimes, sometimes.
Sometimes isn't an answer. He's asking what you change between heats and mains.
Well, how I change between heats and mains. So heats, it gets kind of hard because like you want to like get into first and then race, and then in the
In the pole.
in the mains you get to like race first sometimes,
First position.
start in the first position.
How do you do that? Is that what he's asking? Like between the heats and the mains, like what tactics do you do as a driver to improve between the heat to the main?
I focus a lot. I stay on the bumper to like get my chance to pass the car that's in front of me.
All right. Um, so yeah, that's really all I got. Josh, you got anything?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I do. How do you celebrate your victories, Adriel?
How I celebrate my victories, I get to like grab the checker flag and do like a couple of victory laps holding my checker flag out. I just and then after that I celebrate in my trailer.
Okay. At the end of the season, how do you thank your sponsors, Adriel?
I think they would be
How do you thank them?
I thank them for sponsoring me and supporting me in my races
Calling them
and calling them.
Okay. Do you get along with your crew okay?
Yeah, I get along with my crew
sometimes.
sometimes.
So what is it, Adriel, what is it like to be a race car driver?
What it's like to be a race car driver, it's pretty cool and fun because you get to be in your car and no license.
So Adriel, you were talking about your favorite racetracks you've raced on. What is your least favorite racetrack you've raced on?
That's a really good question. I don't really know because I like all of the racetracks that I've been racing at.
Okay. So, Adriel, we're going to go ahead and throw the mic over to you now. You can ask us some questions if you'd like.
Okay. What's your favorite NASCAR driver?
Oh, I've had quite a few in my time, Adriel. Lately, Ryan Blaney is one of my favorites, but I also like Kyle Larson. Kyle Larson's pretty cool. Um, but back in the day, your dad maybe may remember this name, Davey Allison and Alan Kwiatkowski, Mr. Vargas. You remember them?
I don't. I didn't get too much into
Okay,
NASCAR until recently, honestly.
okay,
I think I kind of grew up more around drag racing and stuff. And
okay.
going,
We can talk drag racing. We can talk drag racing too. My
yeah,
favorite drag racer is Antron Brown. How's that?
that's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah, Johnny Gray. I know Johnny Gray a little bit. When I worked in automotive, one of the places I worked at, they built custom cars for him and classic cars for Johnny Gray. So
Oh,
we
very
got to
cool,
build
very
his
cool.
bits and stuff like that. So it was pretty cool.
Yeah. Oh, yes, yes. So, okay, Adriel, you have any more questions for me?
Um, um, what kind of racetracks did you go to a long time ago?
Oh, well, out here we have a lot of dirt tracks. So we have about 60 plus dirt tracks out here.
Mm,
That's a
we
lot of dirt racetracks.
we usually go to CNS a lot.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I have one for you, Adriel. Would you ever want to be an IndyCar driver?
Yes, because Indy cars look actually really fun to drive.
Would
And
you
the
like to
drive
race the Would you like to race the Indy 500?
if I was like a driver in the Indy 500, yes, I would want to win
Yes.
that trophy and get my head on there.
Yeah, because you win a lot of money too, Adriel.
I've seen like shows about it, like they get like giant checks with a lot of money.
Plus, you win a brand new car on top of
Yeah.
it. Yeah. So, you have any more questions for us, Adriel? You can ask Oliver some too if you'd like.
I don't really have any more
Ask him what his
questions.
favorite drivers are. Does he like dirt? Does he like pavement?
Well, do you like pavement or dirt?
Well, as you can kind of see behind me on my background, uh, I basically raced dirt my entire life. My dad, he started out on asphalt and put some dirt tires on his street stock, and he tried out dirt and he never moved on since. So it kind of got passed down to me. So, I race sport mods.
Nice.
Do you want to race
You
dirt
have
or pavement when you grow up?
I would actually want to race dirt because one time I was like 6 years old when this happened. We raced on a dirt track before. It was kind of hard because the dirt was kind of slippery and it was hard to control.
Yeah, it's definitely the one thing I've heard from a lot of people that kind of went from like asphalt and dirt is dirt is a lot harder than asphalt, and it kind of a lot of times like it doesn't seem like it, but dirt is kind of a whole different animal when it comes to racing. So yeah, I definitely I'd urge you to get out on your local dirt track sometime when you get older or now and try it out. But yeah,
Okay.
but yeah, that's really all I
you,
got.
you have any more questions for us, Adriel?
Not really. I'm out of questions.
Okay. So, Adriel, do you have a racing page that the racing fans can follow you on?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Thinking of making one this year.
Okay, okay, okay.
We definitely do
So,
that for some sponsor stuff as well. So
okay, yes. So, Adriel, I would like to thank you for being on our racing show tonight, talking to us about your racing career. Getting to know you a little bit better. Once your season gets ready to kick off, we'd like to have you back on here again to kind of give us an update what you got going on for the new year. But yes, thank you again, Adriel. Is there anybody you'd like to give a shout out to?
sponsors.
To all my sponsors and to my parents. And
So who's your sponsors?
APC Accurate Powder Coating
LCC Tires,
and LCC Tires
Lab Customs,
and Collab Customs.
and Thompson Street Customs,
in Thompson Street Customs,
and then whoever else,
and my parents,
and grandparents and
and grandparents and family.
Okay, thank you very much, Adriel, and your dad for being on the racing show tonight with us.
definitely.
But we'll let you guys step out, and we'll call you and thank you in person here just as shortly. But gotta give a little racing news update, and then we will be right on giving you a call. Okay.
Sounds
Okay,
good.
Okay. Thank you.
you're welcome. Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. So, Oliver, do you have any racing news that you'd like to talk about?
Not really. We just kind of got through the Daytona 500, so that was very entertaining. I think that my personal opinion, I think that NASCAR should definitely make some exceptions with the Daytona 500 because it's not. I mean, I sat through 4 hours of racing just for it to end on caution, so I'm a little bit salty about that. But you know,
Yeah, I would like to see them take the stage racing out of it and go back to full-on green flag racing, back the way it used to be.
yeah, that's I would totally agree with you there, Josh. And I mean, I don't know. I don't like I said, me personally, I don't like the trend that it's kind of trending towards, but I mean, I guess we'll see. I mean, there's not really much I can do, so
Yeah. I do have a little racing news update for you though. Ray Hall Lanigan IndyCar Racing Team has a new sponsor this year on one of their cars. It's 5 Hour Energy. So good luck to their new sponsor, 5 Hour Energy, with their team this year. But yes, that's about all I've got. But Oliver, thank you very much for being with us tonight. Also being a co-host with me tonight. Definitely, we're going to go like this then. If there's anybody out there that would like to sponsor our racing show or be on our racing show, feel free to reach out to us at, you can call us or text us at 712-209-7138, or you can email us at jjnolan151@gmail.com. With that being said, we would like to thank our guest, Adriel Vargas, on board with us tonight. So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, you guys have a good night. Catch you later on another episode of the Josh and Love. And
Oliver Schultz, Full Style Race Show #1 on YouTube.
have a good night, everybody.